And let me reference anime and call it a technique, right? A forbidden jutsu, forbidden technique that, well, it's not necessarily forbidden, but one I've never heard of being used, right? One I've never heard of being used, except in a foreign setting, right? With the whites, where it's common maybe to hear one say, "Oh, I'm taking this person out for lunch," or "I'm taking this person out for coffee." Because here we don't do coffee, and if the person is going out with you to lunch, two things involved: either it's a boys thing, or a group thing where everyone splits the bill and goes back home, or maybe it's a date. Outside of those two, well, I can't think of anything else, right? So this post really drew my attention because I consider myself an introvert. That's why I like, talking. I know. But how does an introvert network successfully with regards to career? And this is a very, very good question. And I looked through the threads and I didn't really find, even in Google itself, there were a lot of articles posted, but none piqued my interest as much as this person's answer. And the person is called Dushka Zapata. I can't tell from the name whether it's a he or a she. Either way, big ups to whoever this person is, because I loved it. I loved it. I've heard it before, but it made me think differently in a more local setting. Because in Ghana here, and let me read just the first part, right? Here's what I can do: have coffee or lunch with someone one on one, where it's easy to focus and talk, but also easy to quickly escape rather than dinner or drinks that tend to linger. Get to know them quite well. Remain in touch with people I genuinely like. Make introductions that matter. Build extensive, meaningful networks via social media. Text people. Now, I'll focus on just the first part, right? Because at a future point in time, you will have to invest actual cash into keeping your contacts, right? In networking, you will invest cash directly or indirectly. Either you buy bundle to communicate with the person online, be it through video messaging or text messaging, either through that means, or you may have to take transport to go see the person somewhere just to chat with the person, right? That's also transport costs. And so I can't think of anything else, but I'm sure you can. You will pay the price. So why not choose how much to pay, right? So if you can afford lunch for two, it doesn't have to be something exotic. Let's say the person is, a big man in every sense. He drives a big car, he does a big job, he gets big money, everything about him is big. But you really like this guy. There's something about him that you don't know, but you like, and you want to learn. You want to learn from him. So what do you do in that scenario? What do you do? The person doesn't expect you, a young man now doing your national service, or even now coming to the company for an internship opportunity, to take him to a very big or 4-star or 5-star restaurant and spoil him. No, no, if you do that, he will now add you to his network because this is a very rich guy. Like, yo, this guy can afford to do this. Now I need to make friends with him. He may be able to help me in the future, right? But that's not how you want him to think. You want him to think, oh, like this is a very, a very good, determined, up and coming, ready young man, who is determined, like something good and positive, right? So he doesn't expect that, but it should be decent, meaning you can also take him to a top bar, right? Some place by the gutter in some rural setting. No, right? So a lot of these popular restaurants, you can go there and you don't even have to order jollof or banku or waji or anything of the sort, but you could order drinks. You could literally tell him, yo, not you, it's too informal, but you could be more formal and direct at the same time, like saying, oh, hello sir, I would really like to get to know you better. I don't know if you have an hour or so to spend having a drink with me here at this time. I would really appreciate it if I could sit with you and learn from you. I really would love that opportunity. If you get a yes, which is highly likely given that you are young and eager, I don't know, most young people, old people seem drawn to eager young people, right? And when that opportunity presents itself, when you get to the restaurant, you can just buy some malt and biscuits, right? Or malt, and if they have meat pie, you can afford malt and meat pie. One, two malt, two meat pies. That's it. And just sit and talk. He will see you have put in a sacrifice. You have invested, right? Maybe you had to pick a car to get to that restaurant. You also had to pay. Insist on paying until he says otherwise. At that point, give up. Don't still press. Oh, let me pay. Let me. No. If you say let me pay, and he says no, I've got it. Say, oh no, I insist. I'm the one who brought you out here, and I will feel bad if you paid. And he still insists. Leave it. But if you insist, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, then you take care of it. Then you take care of it, right? Either way, it's a win. It's a win. So this is something. Oh, I'll definitely try. Definitely try. I'll take a professional out one of these days, and I'll come back with feedback. Hopefully, it's a positive experience.